Howdy guys, I'm Jason, and today's video is celebrating the return of a loved project here on the AutoEdits channel, Ram Johnson, the 2009 Dodge Ram 1500 that, yes, it is a Dodge Ram. 2009 was the very last year before they became just Ram trucks. Has a Dodge emblem on the tailgate. So this thing has a pretty great history with me, and about 5 years ago, a friend of mine bought it. So it's been in a good home. It's been up and being used like a truck for over 5 years now. And then I got a phone call and an offer to be able to get it back. And I'm thrilled, over the moon with that. And it's got a big laundry list of things that need to be addressed and things that just, need to get caught up on, things that are run down. But then there's a bunch of fun things that the owner, we'll call him Joe for the sake of this video, has done. Like there's some upgrades on this thing that are amazing. Like the headlights are the Mirimoto TRX style, the new TRX style headlights. It's got a nice stereo and a backup cam, some things like that. Another unique thing that it's got now that it didn't have, the trail ready bead locks are gone in place of, I think those are the Method 703s, bead grip, regular wheel, black wheel with some Nitto Ridge grapplers instead of the mud grapplers that I had on here before. And then there's some other mechanical things that we're gonna have to go through. The air conditioning was hit and miss on this thing, like it would work and not work, and Joe sunk a bunch of money and somebody put a new air compressor on it, and I got it back here 5 days, and yesterday the air compressor seized up, it took out the belt, the thing got really hot really fast, so I'm a little scared right now. So today, this video was supposed to be a glorious, just catch up in here, check out Ram Johnson, it's back, but we're actually gonna have to do a repair just so we can get this thing back on the road. So ran down to O'Reilly's and got a remanufactured air compressor to be able to put back in place, put a belt on there and start it and see if we hurt the motor. So we're kind of in a hope mode right now, but I'm still stoked to see this thing back in the driveway, and I'll tell you a little bit about it as we get up there and try to do this first repair. I hope that's not a sign of things to come, because this truck has been actually quite reliable over the years for me, and I've had it forever, for more than a decade. I've been driving this as a work truck and has it as a personal adventure truck here on the channel. And speaking of mechanical things, that's kind of been an ongoing theme in its home for the last 5 years. The mechanics in the area up in NorCal where it had lived weren't great. And so whenever Joe would have something done, it would seem like something else would go wrong or get broken. And I don't know what it is, but there's been some shady stuff going on. What had happened is the clutch failed. So the thing engaged all the time and overpressurized the system and then just blew out and seized the entire thing up. When I tried to pull the clutch off of that thing before I pulled the old compressor out, it was all seized into one unit and caused a bunch of damage back here. And it was new. So bad luck, bad parts, bad service. I'm not sure. It sucks because this is going to be an expensive one here. So I got a reman unit we're going to put in now, and you can see this spins like it's supposed to right now. This is supposed to spin free. The other one didn't. So I already took the other one in for it's a $50 core charge. So I already took that in this morning at O'Reilly. So we're going to stuff this one in. We're going to leave it sealed and leave the system unattached to this thing, so when I take it to my shop next week, I'm gonna have them flush it, because you don't want to have any debris. So when a compressor fails, especially as catastrophically as that brand new compressor did, it could put other debris and metal into the system, and then you're just gonna get that back in here as it goes through the high pressure system. So I'm gonna put this in. I need this to be able to put the fan belt on to have that and turn the water pump, and then so we can start the engine, and that way the vehicle's drivable. Then my shop will flush the system thoroughly. There's a few things you gotta replace, and then recharge it. It's gonna be pretty expensive. This kind of sucks, but it is what it is, and I'm still really, really happy that this is back here in the driveway. I'm really thrilled to have this back and to start doing some content and re-catching up with this vehicle. I just love it. I love this thing. It reminds me of my dog and spending some good times. I have a lot of miles. I think I have the most miles of any one person in the history of this truck, even when the original off-road magazine editor Fred Williams built this thing for SEMA in 2009, and I think it was 2009. And it went through all the different magazine editors for years, and once I got it for production at Motor Trend for Roadkill and Dirt Every Day and some other shows, I put 50,000 miles on it just as an employee in this thing. And then I bought it from the company when the first 5.7 HEMI blew, and then I've had it for 5 years since then, before Joe took over 5 years ago. So I love the truck, and I'm glad it's back. So let's get this thing hung back in place, throw a fan belt on there, and start it, and hope for the best. Please, please, please. All right, so I capped both of these lines here, and then I left the plugs that came with the pump on there. And now we have an actual pulley in place here. Now it's time to clean the debris. When that fan, so when this seized up, the fan belt was trying to turn, so it just melted it, and it sent fan belt shards all throughout, and we gotta clean that stuff out. The way I got the truck was, it was in Northern California, so I decided to drive up, rent a trailer, a U-Haul trailer, hook it up to the truck, and then tow my rig home. Tried to do that in the Audi. The Audi broke down in Bakersfield. Another 2 fuel injectors went out in the Audi, and that car, again, has been kind of reliable. So that kind of sucked to limp that thing home and get inside my AAA 100-mile range to get it towed the rest of the way. Saturday morning, I jumped in the Range Rover and then hustled that up to Northern California and then did the routine. Trailer, rented a U-Haul, hooked it up, Ram Johnson. Thankfully, the airbag system worked, because turns out the Range Rover is a bit overweighted for a U-Haul trailer, and that truck, it's almost 7,000 pounds. So the airlift airbags, thank goodness, worked well enough, made the tow home an absolute breeze. So I had high hopes. The truck was running good. There was an oil leak, there's a pinion seal leak that definitely gonna need to get addressed. One of the shock seals is gone, or leaking pretty good. So there's a pretty substantial laundry list of catch-up things on this thing that I knew about. One of the things that I was thinking, because like this week, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, this weekend's video is just gonna be a glorious cleanup. I was gonna just, because it's been outside and just being used like a truck. Like when you see the inside of the floor just covered in dog hair, that's a happy truck right there. And so the truck's just been sitting outside and getting dirty, and I'm gonna do my thing and go through it and clean it all up. And that's what was this video supposed to be, instead of putting a air conditioning compressor on and just hope we can start it and that we don't have a damaged engine, because it was 267, I think, before I was able to get the thing turned off. So we'll see. And that's what all of this stuff was supposed to be for, like glorious, like little fun things that have gonna finally fix that have been wrong on this thing forever. Like the recirc door on the air conditioning has never worked since I've been driving or owned the truck. So it just constantly sucks outside air, dust, and whatever, which has afforded me plenty of opportunities to give passengers, unsuspecting passengers, a dusty face.
Hey Chris, wanna see a cool trick?
And so I was gonna fix that. I actually got this kit, I'm gonna go in there and make all that, get the actuators all tip top. I even got a motor just in case the motor was tired, to just really revamp that. But this air conditioning compressor failure is kind of a kick in the knee right there. That sucks. And then Joe had replaced the stock droopy visors with some new aftermarket ones, but they were even worse droopy. And these replacement ones were really awful. And I kept bonking my head in this one, and I might have accidentally smacked it. I pretty much broke that on the driver's side. So I drove down and found a wrecking yard. I went to 3 different wrecking yards to find a Ram with dirty but functional, nice and sturdy sun visors. We'll get them all super cleaned up and then get these things in. But it's funny, like this little roller coaster already. 1 weekend back with big plans, and it has forced a shift. All right, moment of truth. Oil pressure is good. Everything looks happy. The belt's tracking great. I got all the grooves clean, so everything looks as good as can be there. Whew, that would have really sucked if we hurt this thing. It definitely puked a lot of coolant, so I'll definitely have to top that back off once we get it back in service again now. I wonder where all that came from. Yikes. Well, we're off to a bumpy start, but I'm super glad that Ram Johnson is back here in this driveway, back home. Well, come to think of it, when I first bought this truck from Motor Trend, it had a blown engine, so I had to spend a week of sweaty summer days putting a new engine in this thing. So it's okay, we can handle it. I'm just glad it's here. There is a huge laundry list of things to catch up on, to do, to refresh on this thing and upgrade. There's some other upgrades that came back with it that just never got on it. So there's a ton of fun stuff. And I love when you guys stick around to this part of the video, just to give you a quick teaser of things coming up on the channel. I actually have the 4-link kit for the Jeep. So I'm gonna be putting the metal cloak 4-link long arm kit on the front of the Jeep to match what I've done in the rear. I absolutely love that thing. So that install's coming. I got some power stop brakes for the Audi coming up, so gonna keep that thing going. And so lots of things happening around here, and I'm hoping to get back out here. I wounded my back pretty bad, hurt my back, and I've been down for a while, and I've been having a tough time. So this is nice to get back out here and get a little bit of wrenching done and start making videos again. So thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, enjoy your drive. Oh, is it inappropriate to hug your truck? Ow, well it kinda is when it's 1,000 degrees. Ouch, ouch, hot, hot. Yeah.